is W2FJH. We'll be starting the STNY digital voice net here in just about 5 minutes. We do have NetLogger up and running. For those folks that wish to check in early through NetLogger, you can find NetLogger at netlogger.org. We also do have Google Meet up and running. And if you wish to join us online on Google Meet, you can find the link at stnydmr.net. So we'll see you folks in just about 5 minutes here. This is W2FJH. W2FJH, bringing up the STNY Digital VoiceNet on Brandlines Talk Group 31367, Wires X Room 83721, and live stream to Google Meet and YouTube. The primary purpose of the STNY Digital VoiceNet is to help foster an active digital voice community in the southern tier of New York and to provide a forum for those that are interested or have questions regarding various digital voice topics. While this net is primarily for the southern tier, all stations are more than welcome to check in. This net meets weekly on Sundays at 7 p.m. For more information about this net, please visit stnydmr.net. This net will prioritize short-time, mobile, in and out, or emergency power stations. We currently do have 5 stations checked in through NetLogger. So the net would like to recognize W2 KDC Dennis, K3 BYC Carlton, N3 OJP Mick, N2 NCB Paul, and N2 RWH Ed. All right, when checking in, please give your call sign, your name, and your location. So let's first take a standby for any stations that are short time, mobile, in and out, or emergency power. Please call now. All right, nothing heard there, so let's open it up for any station that would like to check into the STNY Digital Voice Net this evening. Please call now.
W3TEZ, Whiskey 3, Tango Echo Zulu, portable.
N2 NRA, Cliff Waverly.
All right, we have W3TEZ Ryan that's portable this evening. N2 NRA Cliff. Were there any other stations to join this evening? Please call now. All right, nothing heard there, so we will continue on here. I'm going to jump to W3TEZ Ryan. If you meant portable as in mobile, I'm going to jump you ahead of the list there. If you just meant HT, please let me know, and we'll continue on with the announcements there. But W3TEZ Ryan, take it away there. How was your week?
This is W3TEZ portable. Yeah, I'm portable. I'm not in the car and I'm not walking around. Sorry about that. Well, it's been a long, eventful week, and there's just a week that dragged on, but like every weekend, they're never long enough.
Okay, thanks there, Ryan, and yeah, I'll make sure to keep you in the list there as we circle back through for additional comments and the net topic and everything. But all right, let's kick things off. If there's any announcements for the net this evening, please call now.
N2 NRA. The Amateur Radio Association in the Southern Tier, the 49th year, September 20th coming up. Chemung County Fairgrounds, there'll be $8 at the gate. Flea market 6 to 2 p.m. and FCC exam starting at 10 a.m. Walk-ins are welcome. Call-in frequency 14736 tone 123 and alternate 1467 tone 123. So anybody wanting to go or upgrade or just go to a flea market, that's in Elmira. Horseheads. Back to the group.
Hey, thanks there, Cliff. At least on my end, it kind of cut out really quick as you were given the frequency. Could you come back with the frequency again for the call-in?
The call-in frequency is 147.36 with a tone of 123, and an alternate frequency 146.700 with a tone 123 negative. First one is plus 123, and the alternate minus.
All right, very good there, Cliff, and thanks. All right, were there any other announcements for the net this evening? Please call now. All right, nothing heard there, but I did have one myself. For some of the folks that maybe didn't hear from last week's net, we are quickly approaching our 1,000th check-in for this net. So to do something special for it, I'll be having a small giveaway of a Heltec V3 LoRa 232 boards. These basically will allow you to have Meshtastic. You can flash Meshtastic on these devices, and Meshtastic provides. Sorry, I lost my piece of space there. But Meshtastic provides off-grid messaging between Meshtastic devices using your cell phone or computer. So think of it, as I mentioned on 7.3 there, think of it as your cell phone is operating the radio. The device themselves are the radio, and your cell phone is just happen to be operating it there. But they're pretty cool little devices, and we'll be giving away a pair or two of them for whoever is the 1,000th check-in for this net. All right, so moving on to questions. If there's any questions for the net this evening, please call now. All right, no questions. So we'll move in for comments. All right, the net topic this evening is today is the first day of fall, so we were talking about what are your favorite fall activities. Top of my list here is W2KDC. Dennis, how was your week? Nothing heard on my end. Hopefully my last transmission went out there. But top of my list here is W2KDC. Dennis, are you around? All right, we'll circle back to Dennis there. Next on the list is K3BYC. Carlton, how was your week?
This is WBYC, Carlton in Darlington, Maryland. Frank, you cut out part of your a good part of your transmission, at least on my end. So listen, I want to just check and make sure that you can hear me. Back to you.
Yes, Carlton, I was reading you loud and clear there.
Very good. All right. Anyway, well, thank you, and good evening, and thanks for taking the net. Good evening to everyone else who checked in. Well, this past Friday, I participated in what is an annual event, and I guess it's part of fall activities, with my Harford County Areas Races Group. We did a public safety event night out there, along with emergency management teams, law enforcement, local law enforcement, and fire, EMS, Maryland State Police helicopter. So we did a little presentation ourselves for a couple of radio setups, advertised our group. Of course, we're not as popular as the helicopter when it takes off and it lands, but and all the hardware that comes in with the other departments. But we had a good turnout for our booth, and so we're encouraged with that. One thing we sometimes we do is a simulated emergency test for the section, Maryland DC section. They've elected not to do one this year. I just enjoy the milder temperatures and continue family activities as always, and could use a little bit more rain. We have not had much. Anyway, thank you for running this net. This is just a great event that you do every Sunday there. I look forward to it. This is K3PYC. Back to net control.
Hey, thanks, Carlton. I'm glad you had a fun time out there with all that. So. All right, next on my list is N30JP. Mick, how was your week?
Good evening, Frank. Everybody on the net tonight. Pretty busy. I had that microburst a couple weeks ago and finally getting all that wood cleaned up. Still got some big limbs to cut. Waiting on my daughter's boyfriend to come over. But I got the yard, at least everything off the ground, and the limbs that I could cut up. So I got a pretty good stack. Well, probably a couple cords. And been up here at the cottage trying to get this place painted. Made a lot of progress here, and just got some peaks to do. And a good friend of mine's got some scaffolding. He said he's going to take care of that. And I started on the garage today. I got all the rafters on the outside painted. Old wood, rough cut wood. Boy, that's tough painting. And but he left a 16-foot ladder, so I was able to get up to the peaks and get the insides painted up there. So tomorrow I'll continue. As far as the fall, I'm thinking about going to that Hamfest in Elmira next Saturday. So that's kind of on the plan right now, unless something changes when I get home. And other than that, I got some antenna work from this microburst that I had. I got some work to do. I do have one HF end fed that works pretty good. Maybe we'll get that up, but I want to get my off-center fed back up. And that's going to be a little bit of a challenge. Other than that, Frank, that's about it. What beautiful weather. I'm over in Chautauqua County, by the way. I didn't say that. I think they're expecting some rain maybe tomorrow. Like the previous person said, it's badly needed. Frank, I'll turn it back to you. W2FAH N30JP.
Hey, thanks, Mick. I'm glad you're making progress on the cleanup there from that microburst. And yeah, I'm sure the daughter's boyfriend is probably very busy. You said he was a tree climber and all that, so I'm sure he's probably still very busy with all that work there. So, all right, very good there. All right, next on my list is N2NCD. Paul, how was your week?
Hello again, Frank and all, and to NCB here. Well, the week wasn't too bad. We were running errands almost every day, and we've been working on redoing the landscaping around the house for most of the summer. Not that we've been doing it every day during the summer, but you get the idea. And so I think today we finally maybe finished up what we're going to do this year. Although I haven't been informed yet either, so that may be still up in the air. And Mick, I know all about microburst. We had that here a number of years ago. 5 trees went down. So I have a full understanding of what you're going through. And yes, it's amazing how much wood comes out one tree, let alone 5. In fact, one neighbor up the road came down and cut up one tree that got into the other pasture. So as far as what fall goes, plans, nah, no plans of really any significance. It just means an ugly time for me, and the time is getting cold. Uh, Long gone are the warm temperatures anymore. And it also means that four-letter word where you have to use the blower as well. Well, last year we lucked out pretty good. I think I only had it out twice, maybe three, but that's it. And with that, we'll turn it back to you, Frank. Take care, all end to NCB.
Hey, thanks, there, Paul. And I'm kind of with you there. I like, seeing the leaves change color, and Halloween's coming around the corner there. But I also see the leaves fall in the back of my head. I'm thinking, oh, it's going to get colder real quick, real soon. So I'm with you. All right. Before I get to my next station, this is W2FJH with the STNY Digital VoiceNet. Let's take a quick standby. For any additional stations that would like to check in this evening, please call now.
W2KDC. Frank, can you tell me if I came through?
W2KDC. Dennis, you did come us through, and actually, I was going to circle back to you to see if you were back yet. Yeah, you're up next then. Dennis, how was your week there?
Okay, I thought you called me earlier. Uh, I had a good week. I had an issue with my hotspot, and I think I just got that resolved because I managed to talk now. I've been playing with Droid Star for iOS, and that seems to work. I was able to hear the net tonight as long as I in every time things went silent. So there's still some more work to do with Droid Star for iOS. As far as my favorite fall activity, used to be deer hunting. The group I used to hunt with kind of fell apart. People aged out. People moved away. So my current favorite fall activity, I guess, is now driving the wife around to look at the pretty fall foliage. W2KDC, back to you, Frank. Thanks for running the net, and I'll be listening.
Hey, thanks there, Dennis. And yeah, there's one thing with the so I'm not familiar with the iOS version of it. I do use Droid Star on Android. Um, but from what you just mentioned, maybe if you were talking, it goes silent after maybe like 10 or 15 minutes. You might want to check because usually you set the um, I can't remember, it's the SSID, I believe it is. Um, but that is your unique identifier for every hotspot you own. You should have basically 1 through 99. So if you have multiple hotspots, like I have multiple hotspots and things I'm using here, I just have to make sure that I change. 1 means this hotspot, 2 means this hotspot, 3 means this hotspot. Droid Star or Blue DV. I'm using Blue DV for anybody watching on YouTube right now. You'll see the Blue DV platform there. But yeah, each one of them, they're to Brandmeister, they're all individual hotspots. So, but yeah, try going either changing that, making sure they're unique, or also just going to Brandmeister and make sure like you potentially have that as a static talk group or a scheduled static talk group, and this way you won't have to key up every so often with that. But hopefully that helps. And there's one other thing there I was going to mention. Oh, my brother-in-law is also into deer hunting, and I tell you, he could probably talk about that for not only hours but for days and days of different things. So, All right, next on my list is N2RWH. Ed, how was your week?
And RWH. Oh, we kind of had a fairly busy week here this week, so hopefully next week got a doctor's appointment tomorrow, eye doctor, and back to the old routine of um work. And I guess maybe my kind of favorite is, uh I don't mind for the other place that I volunteer at. I get to watch a little high school football. So kind of not fun is fun to watch the local talent here. So back to you, Frank, and to RWH.
Hey, very good there, Ed. And yeah, I remember going to my nephew's he played in band, so he wasn't on the football team, but he played in band, so we went there and supported them as well. And I tell you, some of the high school football and stuff, it's just as entertaining and everything. I mean, not some of the big plays or anything that the NHL has, but or NFL, sorry. Um, but yeah, I mean, still, I think I'm with you. I think more people should support local sports, and not just at the college or the professional level. So, all right, next on my list is W3TEZ. Ryan, how was your week? Nothing heard on my end, but we'll give it another go there. W3TEZ. Ryan, how was your week? All right, we'll circle back to Ryan there. Hopefully, I thought he did say he was portable. Hopefully he didn't leave already there. So, all right, next on the list is N2NRA. Cliff, how was your week?
Oh, fairly busy. My sister visiting from Denver area, and the lawn hasn't been cut in a while because I haven't been getting the rain, I guess. But it looks like it's going to be cooler weather with some rain coming up this week. And so as far as the fall here, we'd like to go up to Woodlawn Cemetery Ghost Walk in Elmira. Starts October 20th. And we like the Letchworth State Park, Mount Morris, up near south of Rochester, when the leaves are changing. And of course, November 3rd, daylight saving time's off, so we get the extra sleep. But my most favorite thing is going to Elmira Hamfest coming up this Saturday on the 28th with my son, an annual event, and see some friends and see some stuff that we really don't need, baby. Back to the group. This is N2NRA.
Hey, thanks there, Cliff. And yeah, for some reason that Letchworth State Park, that's ringing a bell. I am not sure if I heard that from Nick M3OJP or not, but I will have to Google it afterwards and see where that's located. But all right, I have reached the end of my list. Before we get back to W3TEZ, let's see if there's any additional stations that would like to check into the STNY digital voicemail. Please call now. Yeah, good evening, Frank. W2FGH. This is N2BSS. All right, and we have N2BSS Jeff. All right, let's give it one more quick go round to see if W3TEZ Ryan is still around. Maybe he has some technical difficulties, but take it away there, Ryan, if you're still with us. All right, nothing heard on my end, so I'm guessing Ryan might have checked out for the evening there. So, all right, going on down the list, we have N2BSS Jeff, and Jeff, just in case you didn't catch the front end of the net there, our net topic this evening was that today is the first day of fall, and what are some of your favorite fall activities? So, take it away there, Jeff. Yeah, well, let's see. What's my favorite fall activity? I think my favorite fall activity is complaining that summer's over. So there's that. Let's see, complaining about the shorter amount of daylight. There's that. But nominally, let's see. My least favorite fall activity is raking leaves, just because of where I live. There's just so many of them. And it seems like a nonstop barrage of leaves. But hey, it comes with the territory. But yeah, some of the fun things in the fall. I actually got one of them done today. Is I made my crab apple jam. I got a whole bunch of I think I have 12 quarter pints and one half pint out of the canner and all ready to go. And looking forward to fall squash and split pea soup and all that other stuff, and maybe campfires where I won't sweat from the excess heat, but instead enjoy the fall evening. So just kind of the nice warm, waning warm days before we transition away into the dark days of winter. So there you have it, the W2FJH and 2BSS. And thanks for Jeff. And yeah, that was actually one thing I didn't think of is yeah, usually in the the fall there when the nights are getting a little bit cooler, the bonfires are all the more it's keeping you not only nice to see and sit around, but also it's keeping you warm. So I do like that as well. So all right, this is W2FJH with the STNY Digital Voice Net. I have reached the end of my list. So let's make this last call here for any additional stations checking in. We'll still give another round for any stations that have checked in for comments, but let's give one more go around for any additional stations for the STNY Digital Voice Net this evening. Please call now. All right, nothing heard there. So let's have one more call for any additional stations or any stations that have checked in with additional comments, questions, or concerns. Please call now.
W2 ADC with a comment.
Yeah, Dennis, fire away with your comment there.
Lakeshore State Park is over area of the state. It's in which is about 16 miles kind of west of me. Pretty much straight north of me, up 390. Take 86 west to 390 and get off at the Mount Morris exit and hang a left and a right, and you'll be at Lake Forest State Park. W2KDC, that's all for this evening.
Okay, very good there, Dennis. And yeah, I heard it from somewhere. It ring a bell that I've heard this state park around before. But yeah, I think it was N2NRA Cliff was saying he might be heading up towards that way. So, all right, very good there. All right, last call here. For any additional stations or stations that have checked in with comments, questions, or concerns, please call now. All right, hearing nothing then, we might as well wrap things up here. I'd like to thank Dennis, Carlton, Mick, Paul, Ed, Ryan, Cliff, and Jeff for joining me this evening. We'll be returning this talk group back to normal amateur radio use. Everybody have a great and safe week there. This is W2FGH, and I'll be listening.